have a 1930s haul, and these are either straight up items from the 1930s or like reproductions. I have both. So, if you guys are new, do check out our spooky playlist, subscribe, ring the dark spooky notification bell so you know when we come up with other videos to inspire or traumatize your life. I'm Morticia, this is our roommate Slappy, and my darling husband Gomez is behind the camera. So, the 1930s were a really cool period. I love the sharp angles of the Art Deco. I prefer that to Art Nouveau usually. And also, a lot of cool things happened in the early 30s. The early 30s were my favorite period of the 30s. I mean, there was the inspiring depression, of course. Who doesn't like a good depression? But really, movies, the first movies with speech actually began in 1928. But, you know, it really kicked off in the 30s. And you get all the good horror movies with words. Dracula, Frankenstein, Our Dear Friends Jekyll and Hyde. Or Friend, I should say. All those good movies and more came out. Freaks, that we did a review of with the real circus freaks in it, was like early 1930s. So just a lot of neat things were happening in horror and art. So, to kind of homage that, we have this cool 30s haul. Speaking of horror, I'm going to start with this piece first. And this is the Chrysler bat from Alchemy Gothic. I love Alchemy Gothic. I've done tons of hauls from them, which I will link in the description below. And this is kind of inspired by the Chrysler symbol on the car. I felt like an idiot at first because when I saw a Chrysler bat, I'm like, I didn't know the Chrysler car had a bat on it. That's really cool. And I went around looking for it. Of course, didn't find it, but then I understood that they were doing like a bat inspired by the Chrysler symbol. So it has like the Art Deco sharp kind of points in the wings. You have the wings that look like the Chrysler symbol, and that kind of almost bird chest with the point here on the bat because they were supposed to be bird wings. And so you kind of have the neat feathery look on the bat, which is a different, even if you're a bat collector and you don't care about the 30s, it's kind of neat to see like a different kind of wing on a bat. It's not the ordinary average bat. So it has like the bird wings. The chest, as I said, comes to that Art Deco point like the Chrysler symbol that reminds me of the sharp breastbone of a bird. And then he's got his cute little bat face, and you know, you can tell he's a bat obviously and not a Chrysler bird symbol, but it's the neat little nuances in there thrown in. And you have this long rectangle of Swarovski crystal. It's clear, it sparkles, it looks great with everything. It stands out nicely against all my black and whatnot when I'm wearing all my black. Or any other color. That's the nice thing about clear, it goes with whatever. So you've got spooky and then you've got clear combined. And the setting has silver here on the back. Let's turn him gently. So it's heavy. Actually, the stone is heavier than the bat. So, and it swings here with a link. And this long rectangle type stone was popular in Art Deco jewelry. They had larger pieces, usually cut in squares or rectangles or angular shapes. So Alchemy Gothic knows their history, they know their fashion, they do their research, and I like that. And it definitely has its nice 30s inspired thing. This chain is kind of thin, again, for a heavier piece here. I like the look of it because it keeps it elegant and not bulky. One of the links did come apart actually on Valentine's Day. I was trying to hurry and get ready and I was wearing it and I had to fix it. But, you know, just the pliers. If you make jewelry, it's really quick, and even if not, you just get pliers and like close it. I might have put on a different link. I can't remember, but anyway, just a little part in the chain went because, again, the stone is heavier, but that might not be the case with everybody's. I wear this a lot all the time and even sleep in it and whatnot. So this is an 18-inch chain with a 2-inch extender, I think, and I found this. I had to keep looking, like I think I got the last one from the online Gothic shop that I got it from, but if you just put in Alchemy Gothic Chrysler bat and scroll around, some shops do have it, some at better prices than others. I've seen this go for up to $50. It might be one of their discontinued ones. I luckily found it for $15 and I was like, oh yes, I have to grab this now. And I did, and it was wonderful. But, you know, when you're looking for the older Alchemy Gothic products, you do have to take a minute to search online and look around at which store is going to have it for the best price, unless you just don't want to bother and you pay more than you probably should, because the first ones that show up are usually more expensive. But anyway, so if I can find, if they have any left at the shop I got it from, I will link it below. And if not, you know, that's not going to help you. So, but if they have any more left, I will link it. And the next item is a true Art Deco 30s item. It's very exciting. I love to have old stuff. These are dress clips, and they put them on the dresses. A lot of the dresses would have sequins and stuff sewn on them, or you could just have dress clips to ornament your own dresses. And these are, they match, which is what I wanted, the stone in this, because they're long and faceted. And the dress clips can range from $10, $20, $40 on Etsy and other places. I actually got these for $8 because, again, I'll look around and try to get the best deals. And here is the card for the shop. It was fast shipping, very prompt. They're called Dandelion
Vintage Clothing.
Yeah, Dandelion Vintage Clothing. I remember Dandelion from the Storytelling Rabbit and Watership Down. I was like, I'll remember that. But they not only have vintage clothing, they have, you know, other accessories and whatnot, so check them out. Their prices are amazing. I was not seeing any other dress clips for $8, so they're usually, like I said, going up to $40. But here's how they work. You just open it by pulling it apart. Ouch. And so I always hurt my finger on these hinges, but it's not the clip, it's just how they're made, and I have to get used to it. And then, so it hinges, it's got these lovely teeth that I have not actually hurt myself on. That's good. And then snap it closed on your dress, or I was keeping them on their card to keep them together for the store so that I could give them a shout out. Again, very fast shipping, awesome prices. These are very sturdily made, and it's so cool to have them from the 30s. I love it. So now I'm going to adorn my dress again. Just kind of wearing a long, narrow 30s-ish style dress today. And so that's that. Let's see, clip things. Now this is another actual piece from the 30s I got on eBay. Again, the long rectangle and smaller stones here that I got to go with this, and the dress clips and all that. I'm looking like the long, clear, and square shapes are good for my Art Deco. This kind of reminds me almost of a tennis bracelet, but it's a double strand, and they're made together as one solid piece, and then the links are each stone. Again, like a tennis bracelet if it was a double row. And a lot of the tennis bracelets just have square or round stones, so these have the rectangular Art Deco stones along with the little square ones. And then, like a lot of the older ones, the clasp here is like a box clasp, and it even has the stones on it, so it doesn't stand out as a clasp, which I really like. It just looks like a nice continuous row. And I love this bracelet. And again, if you look around on eBay, you're going to see very expensive Art Deco's 1930 bracelets, and then you're going to see reasonable ones. I actually found this for $8, and they were going, you know, 40, 50, 80, and more. And so I just spent like 30 minutes when I was bored and wanting to procrastinate, just looking and hunting, and I found it. And I was like, yes. And there were a few other ones with the clear stones and Art Deco designs for $8 and $10 as well if you want something similar and want to keep looking. There were a few others. You have to dig through the 1930s Art Deco listings on eBay, but you will find some, and this is wonderful. I love it. It matches with everything. I'm wearing it now with tourmalinated quartz and my 1880s black jet bracelet that I reviewed a few videos ago with a 1940s vintage phone. You can tell we like our old stuff if you're new, so I will link that below as well as a video of interest. I made this jet bracelet into a stretch bracelet because the clasp was toggle, which is kind of way later than it actually came out, and believe it or not, there were stretch bracelets in the 1880s, so that's interesting. I didn't know that at the time, that they had the stretchy going on, but the rubber tree was discovered in like the 1830s, so they were using it. They were working it out. So yeah, that's my little ensemble together with the bracelets. And the last item is again just kind of vintage inspired, like this Alchemy Gothic Chrysler bat. These came from Walmart. They're square, clear earrings. These are actually cubic zirconia. They're not just glass. And that's a cool thing because they were only $1 for 3 sets of earrings on sale at Walmart. It's awesome. I had 2 round ones of different sizes and these big square ones. And I kept the square ones to match with my other Art Deco stuff. So they're sparkly, clear, cubic zirconia, in nice sturdy metal, and $1 for 3 pair. So you can get yourself one and then Christmas gift with the others because they look a lot more expensive and they normally would be. Walmart has a really good sales. So that's cool. And so I have all my clear stuff together, and again, these are just kind of 30s inspired. They're not really 30s. They're post earrings. And I don't know what's up these days, you guys. They are making post earrings longer. Like the post is like, I don't know, a 1/3 inch longer. Has anyone noticed that than they used to be? I don't know what's up, but now I can't sleep in my posts anymore because they poke me. And that's not just from like Walmart. I've gotten earrings from Alchemy Gothic and so many places that are posts, and they're just, the posts are longer. I don't know. Ouchie. So anyway, I actually have to put effort into remembering to take my stuff off and on now because of that, but hey, it's memory work practice, right? So that has been my 1930s haul of 30s antique and inspired jewelry. Hope you've enjoyed and hope it gives you some neat ideas if you want to add a little vintage spooky to your outfits. It's nice and classy and different, which I enjoy. So hopefully you did too. And until next time,
Stay spooky, my friends.